So I was initially going to do an unboxing video of the MV7 microphone, but then I quickly realized that they only include the microphone in the box and that wouldn't be worthy. Literally, that is it. That being said, it's such an awesome microphone in my opinion. I'm not that upset about it, but hey, I purchased this with my own money and they could have at least included an XLR cable in my honest opinion, but nonetheless, I digress. In this video, I am going to break down my exact setup with this mic and how I have it hooked up so I don't have to do any audio synchronization in post-production. Because this MV7 is not the cheapest microphone, I want it to stay pretty conservative with my setup so I don't have to break the bank, obviously. And also, I needed a quick and easy setup with great audio that I can just hit the record button and start filming. By the way, as you can see here, this entire video is being filmed using the MV7 for my audio. So let me know in the comments below what y'all think of the sound. Now, in order to get the most out of the MV7, you want to download the Motive desktop app that Shure has. This will allow you to get the full potential out of this microphone, especially if you're a beginner. You can also adjust things like the style of the sound you want, sensitivity of the microphone itself, and set safety limiters all through just one click of a button. And that sounds great, right? But you have to remember there's still one caveat, and that caveat is syncing your audio in post-production. So I have the MV7 connected to the Comica LinkFlex audio interface. On the other end, it turns into a standard 3.5mm audio jack. What I like about this specific interface is it's cheap, but also you can plug in various things like the dual input jacks up top. One is obviously the XLR input, but also you have options like the 6.3mm jack for maybe instruments or even an amp. Then you also have another two options for 3.5mm jacks for the input source as well. And all of that can be plugged into your camera directly. So let's hop on the computer and I'll show you exactly how I get the max out of this MV7 microphone without using that application. So I use Final Cut Pro, but keep in mind on this process, it will virtually work the same way on any other editing platforms like Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve and stuff like that. All right, the first step is to apply what is called subtractive audio. This is just adding a basic EQ adjustment, and once it's added, it's meant to clear out any unwanted noise. What you do is just roll off the low end and the high end, and this will pretty much delete any noises that aren't picked up in the human voice. And that will allow you to have more of a pure sound coming from your audio to the human ear. Next thing we will do in the EQ is what's called a sweep. I'll raise this up here, narrow it down to single out any unwanted noise as well, and then just move it from left to right while listening closely to any abnormal pitches and stuff on that audio track itself. Once you find the noises that you don't like or think is abnormal, move it all the way down to muffle out that sound and kind of get rid of it. Repeat this sweep process to remove any additional weird noises if you feel you have more. The next step is to add a compressor. This is used to boost the quieter parts of your audio while not peaking the higher parts of the audio. This is kind of what I would recommend for a voice, but of course you guys can mess with these on your own time and get your desired sound that you like. I would do -18 or so for the threshold. For the ratio, I'd stay anywhere between 2:1 to 5:1, but for me, I keep it at 3:1. Now, the makeup gain will allow you to adjust your audio track and make it louder if it's too quiet initially. Me, I keep about 1. Attack, I would go to about 5, and release anywhere from 5 to 15. When adjusting these settings, you will be able to even see the audio track adjusting in real time. Next up is noise gate. Depending on the room you're filming in, you may have ambient room noise, like things along the lines of your AC running or heat or whatever it is. This will help with that. So threshold is going to be targeting areas in your audio track where you are not speaking at all and it's just noise. For this, I would start somewhere around 40. Reduction will be how much this noise gate will adjust your audio. I'd leave it somewhere around -100. The attack will be for how fast the noise gate will work. I put this around -40. Release is how fast the noise gate will release the audio and how fast your regular audio will resume. I put this around 400. Lastly, for the hold, I'd put it somewhere around 40. All right, after that, we are going to add another channel EQ layer for additive EQ. And for starters, we are going to pull up the audio analyzer. This is a little graph that shows where the meters are falling. This will also allow you to kind of shape the audio, and you can start to see the changes. My recommendation is to boost the 100 to 200 range a little bit, as well as the treble end of the audio a little bit too. This will give you that nice little pop in the voice that will get you having some crisp broadcaster type audio, in my opinion. So take your time here and make this one count. All right, hope you guys are still with me. The last thing is to add what is called adaptive limiter. What this is to basically boost up all the levels of all the changes we've made so far. The common goal is to get the voice track to about -3 decibels. But before doing so, go up to the default here and click soft limiter, because I find it is a bit softer and a more natural approach and not so aggressive. First up, we have the gain. Just kind of play with this one and listen to it. Depending on your decibel readings, you want to adjust accordingly. But you can start by maybe just raising it only a few decibels. This will really give you that louder signal that will really have that punch, and it will also get a lot closer to sounding like that infamous SM7B podcast microphone that everyone uses. So that's a lot of work, right? Well, let's talk about saving this as an audio preset so you don't have to do all of this hard work for every single project you have. How can we do this? All right, so let's go up to File, down to Save Audio Preset. I like to just create a folder named Custom. If you're not showing this already, you just go ahead and create one that says Custom or something to your liking. Then you can save it in that folder specifically. But before doing so, I would title it what you would like to name it. In this case, I have this preset as the Shure MV7, so I know exactly what microphone this is for. And you're set. Obviously, this was not a deep dive into all of the settings and changes that you can make, but this will give you a good start to help streamline your process with this amazing microphone here. And no audio syncing whatsoever. So once you have this initial work done, it will be super fast and, in my opinion, way better than the Motive app. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please consider subscribing, as it will dramatically help out my channel grow, and hit that like button if you found this video helpful as well. But that's it for this video. I hope to catch you on the next one.